I am alive and it is great to be alive. Today I'm going to be showing you all my Nekros build I've been using lately because I think he is one of the best, if not the best frame you can use out in the Orb Valis at Fortuna because he has great survivability, he's great for harvesting resources, and he's great if you're a solo player and maybe you don't have any friends to back you up. So I'm going to show you the build and then I'll get into the details. Alright, so on this build we have got Health Conversion, Redirection, Vitality, Prime Flow, which is awesome, Equilibrium, Gladiator Resolve, Streamline, and Prime Continuity. Now this build is open to fluctuation. Obviously the Gladiator Resolve you can replace with plenty of other cool mods. Even a Hunter Adrenaline wouldn't be too bad, but I am Xenuric, so I'm going to have plenty of energy to make this build flow. Alright, at this point you're probably realizing this build is not particularly beast in any one specific category. That's because this is a great all-around build. You're not going to have to worry about switching between builds or anything for the specific activity you're doing. This build will allow you to spawn adds. It has decent range for your desecration. The desecration is very cheap. It's only like 7 energy per body, and with that primed flow for a large energy pool and Xenuric, you're going to have loads of energy to waste on churning bodies, and that ability is awesome because you can just leave it on and it only costs energy if you actually have bodies to activate it on. So that leaves plenty of energy left over in your free time to keep spawning adds to keep the enemies off your back. But you are here because I talked this up to be a great build. Well, this is a great build. I normally don't play as Nekros a whole lot. I just have other frames I like to use. I've really enjoyed Hydroid's rework, and that's made his Pilfering Swarm really fun for harvesting resources. He's not bad out in Fortuna either, but Nekros is kind of just a really good all-around. He fits every category I need. He spawns, additional enemies that you've slain as teammates to keep enemies off your back. Makes it very easy for the bounties where you have to lock down objectives, defend the mining drills, hack a console, just constantly make sure you have a ton of backup, and since they're the same level as the enemies you've been killing, they're always useful. The health decay on this build is only 1.7 or 1.9% of your spawn's health per second, which is really cheap, especially if you're Xenuric, like I said. Also with the Equilibrium build, that's awesome because if you're actually taking heavy damage, I wasn't taking so much in this video because they were pretty low level, but when you pick up health orbs, you're going to get energy, and when you pick up energy orbs, you're going to get health. This makes it really easy to keep your energy flow up, even if you are not Xenuric. It's also awesome because with that health conversion, Nekros is the perfect frame for it. He keeps spawning health orbs all the time with his Desecrate, so when you pick up those health conversion orbs, you're going to get those orange candies, as I call them, that float around you, that each give you 400 some armor. That's a lot. That drastically increases your survivability, even if you don't have Nekros' Shadow of the Dead augment mod, where you get those links, and then your adds take the damage you normally would. Even without that mod, like I said, it's not the most survivable Nekros build. It's still got plenty of survivability as long as you're killing enemies and spawning lots of health orbs. So you can improve that factor even more by using a melee weapon with slash damage and chopping up enemies, because Desecrate affects every individual enemy body part, not just every single enemy alone. So you're going to get tons of energy, tons of health. They're going to play off of each other. Picking up health orbs is going to make you more tanky on top of restoring your health, and that is why if you're not Xenuric, you may want a Hunter Adrenaline instead of that Gladiator Resolve, because that'll make sure that when you're taking damage, you're going to keep getting energy so that you can keep churning those bodies for more health orbs, which in turn gives you energy and health, and you just keep on going. So really enjoying this build. I also started using him pretty early on when Fortuna first came out, and I was getting a ton of resources. It is so much fun to just take your Nekros, go into one of the enemy bases or bunkers, go deep underground, and just start a riot and just go nuts. Just start slaying enemies, and you will get a ton of resources. Even some toroids. I really hate pronouncing that word. I don't know why, but those are normally really rare. You can get those pretty easily if you're using Nekros. So yeah, this is just an all-around great build. I love doing bounties with this because sometimes I don't feel like playing with randoms. I prefer to play with friends, and this just helps me get done everything I need to get done, and it's cool because I normally don't pick Nekros. I just have no need or reason. He's not like my usual go-to. My brain just doesn't jump to him at first thought for anything. But out in Fortuna, I'm actually really enjoying him. So I appreciate that this additional content is helping me enjoy Warframes I normally wouldn't play as. I think that's really cool. So hopefully this video inspires you all to use Nekros if you haven't been lately, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.